This is an audio check. 1, 2, 3. Audio check. 1, 2, 3. Aurora and St. Norbert. NCHA men's hockey coming up at the top of the hour. This is an audio check. 1, 2, 3. Game 2 of a huge series between a couple of USCHO ranked opponents. Aurora coming off of a school record performance to pick up a win against their foes from De Pere for the first time in program history. From Fox Valley Ice Arena in Geneva, Illinois, it is today's Northern Collegiate Hockey Association men's hockey matchup between the 5th-ranked Green Knights of St. Norbert College and the 12th-ranked Spartans of Aurora University. Glad you're with us on this Saturday. Once again in for Bill Downing, my name is Sean Fry. Aurora needed a lot from their goaltender yesterday, and they got it. Colby Thornton, a school record 65 saves to backstop Aurora to a 3-1 victory over St. Norbert. Adam Stocco got the Green Knights on the board in the first period. Adam Keys tied it shortly thereafter. It was Jack Yonick's power play goal to take the all-time AU career goals lead that ended up holding up as the game winner. Alex Schwab scored his first career goal, and from there the Spartans hung on as St. Norbert pumped 24 shots on Thornton in the third period, weren't able to beat the freshman netminder a single time, and he gets the start here again for Aurora. St. Norbert coming in looking to bounce back. They picked up a career, or they had a career, not a career best, a season best 66 shots, and it didn't matter. Ended up not being able to come away with the victory. They'll try to find a way to get a few more past Thornton here in a matter of moments as the teams take the ice. We'll have the starters in the national anthem coming up. This is Aurora University men's hockey. And we are set for hockey here, Aurora and St. Norbert, 12 versus 5 in the USCHO rankings. Again, in for Bill Downing today, my name is Sean Fry, and we are pleased to have Dom Curcio helping out on the camera today. Aurora will move left to right in their home cream uniforms, blue shoulders and pants. St. Norbert in green with black pants. They'll move right to left here across your screen. Referees tonight, David Vargas and Mike Anderson. The linesmen are Blair Bigwood and Brian Dornicek. Spartans hoping to not need such a large night from Colby Thornton. Certainly going to try to get him a little less to do in the second of the series, and of course they're all back-to-backs for the most part here, especially when we get into NCHA play, so it should be an exciting one, but no doubt about it, Aurora very likely stole one with the help of Colby Thornton yesterday. They're going to need a little bit more time in their attacking zone to come away with a series sweep. It was the first time Aurora had defeated St. Norbert ever. And now they'll send Thornton back between the pipes. 7-0-1 after last night, a 2.37 goals against average and a .930 save percentage. A freshman from Winnipeg getting the call. Colby Entz, the senior from Churchbridge, Saskatchewan, making his 7th start. He's 4-2, a 1.84 and a .908 save percentage for St. Norbert. He gets the call. We're underway here as the puck glides into the Aurora and Jaden Condata after it for the Spartans. Taken away here by Ben Schmidling. He'll center it out. Goes through the slot to Black at the right point. And he'll look to play it deep as Liam Frazier goes after it. And McChesney's centering feed tipped away by Jack Yonick. St. Norbert able to maintain possession. Black throws this one past the goal. Comes out the other side as Brendan Mark pinches from the point. Condata comes over after getting to the puck first for Aurora. He'll find Clay Keeley. He'll bring it out to center ice, send it in, and go for a change. St. Norbert looking to break out. They turn it over. Santa Lucia sends a shot wide. Hassan Ackel goes after that. St. Norbert will get it out to center. Ben Schmidling will slide it into the Aurora end and go off for a change. Adam Keys, Derek Buds, Jack Yonick, the Aurora top forward line. Carson Riddle, Gio Procopio, Hassan Ackel, the second line. Jacob Brockman, Matt Weber, Jake Code, the third for Aurora, and the fourth line, Jack Rudin, Nate Keeley, and Lucas Sedlacek. That's a new look from yesterday with Anthony Yerkins and Sam Harris both out of the lineup today. Icing here on Aurora. The defensive pairings, Clay Keeley and Jaden Condata, the top pair. Tyler Bang, Giuliano, Santa Lucia, the second pairing. Brendan Blair, Connor Smith are the third pair for Aurora. And Alex Schwab, fresh off his first career goal, is the extra skater. Here's a shot from Dayton Dykes that Thornton turns aside, and he smashed into his near post and kicks it off. So we got a whistle at 18:42 remaining of the first. For St. Norbert, Ben Schmidling, Michael McChesney, Liam Frazier, the top line. It is Adam Stocco, Carter Hotman, and TJ Kufis, the second line. Third line out right now, it's Will Stromp, Michael Spethman, and Brock Baker. The fourth line, Ian Famulak, Curtis Hammond, and Braden Lindstrom. Another quick shot blocked down in front. Ackel skates onto that and is able to get it out to center as Procopio rubs off his man on the near wall. Comes free to Carter Hotman, cross ice for Baker, who chases it into the far corner for St. Norbert. He's tied up by Pang. Puck comes out into the slot and will be kicked out to center ice. Riddle chases this one through the neutral zone. Gets it at the blue line, feeds it here. Good leave from Hassan Ackel, but couldn't find an Aurora Spartan in the slot. Green Knights go the other way. They'll dump it in and change. Michael Black, Brendan Mark, the top defensive pairing for St. Norbert. Brendan Aird, Mark Snar, the second pairing. Dayton Dykes and Jordan Strand drawing in today for St. Norbert. They're the third pairing, and Adam Schubert once again is the extra skater for St. Norbert. 2-10 into this first period, no score. And here is Mark skating through center ice. Tries to play it deep, ends up bouncing free to a Spartan and out to the near side where Code takes a shoulder at the scorer's table. It glides in through the slot. There's a centering feed. It's loose in the blue paint. Brendan Blair is there jamming away at it. Finally, Colby Entz is going to find it and cover it for a whistle. Brendan Blair, a defenseman, likely did not think he'd find himself on his pants in the blue paint jamming at a loose puck. That's exactly where he found himself. He'll go off now for a change. Aurora defense not shy about trying to jump up into the play. Face-off, Procopio coming in here. And he'll take this offensive zone draw for the Spartans. St. Norbert wins this one. Green Knights able to clear to the neutral zone, but Kufis was stood up at the blue line. Spartans the other way. Here's Jack Rudin. His shot into the glove of Ensign. He'll see a little snow from Lucas Sedlacek, but he will hang on. And we'll get a stoppage here with 17-13 left in the first. Procopio wins this. Draw back to Keeley, who just tosses it on. It found its way to Entz. Second attempt never made it on. And a battle ensues here behind the goal as Black skates onto it and will look to advance it out for St. Norbert. Cross-ice pass for Hammond down the left wing. His shot's blockered into the windows. Spartans look to move it the other way, and they do. Procopio skating through center for Aurora. He gains the line just a step after Santa Lucia, who was too eager to get in there, and we'll have an offside here. Shots early here, 4-2 in favor of Aurora, and that's exactly how they'll want it. Again, entirely too much defensive zone time yesterday. And that's how hockey goes sometimes. Sometimes all it takes is a hot goalie to be enough, and it was enough yesterday. I'm looking to, as I mentioned in the pregame, just give the freshman a little less to do here today. Here's a shot from Adam Keys, blockered behind the goal. And then Jack Yonick, the new all-time Aurora goals leader, onto it here. D-to-D, Keeley, his shot is deflected wide of the goal. Yonick chases it down in the corner and goes to work. To Keys on the hash marks. Cross-ice feed to Condata, whose shot was tipped. At the doorstep, a kick save there by Entz. Yonick still on it here, turns into the circle, sends a shot along the ice wide. Condata lets it go out to the point for Yonick. Walks the line to Condata, left circle. His shot is off a stick and out of here. And another whistle. Still not quite 4 minutes into our first period, no score, but Aurora doing much better to be in their attacking zone than they were at this time yesterday. Scratches today for Aurora: Garrett Johnson, Simon Boyko, Jay Gonstock, Kyle Schroeder, Anthony Yerkins, John Hallard, Sam Harris, and Dane Hurst. For St. Norbert, it's Cody Huff, Jack Hillman, Max Brainan, and Mitchell Zambon. Green Knights again win the face-off. They've won, looks like now 5 of 7 here through the first 4 minutes. Green Knights with a centering feed, but it was tipped and skated onto by Riddle. Goes through center, but a good stick by Strand. And St. Norbert retakes possession in the neutral zone. This will be sent into the side of Thornton, who will play it behind. Swept ahead here for Ackle, and he'll find Procopio skating down the right wing. He'll gain the blue line and just backhand it in behind the goal. Dykes is there for St. Norbert. His pass too far ahead of Michael Spethman. It goes down the length of the ice, but icing is waved off. Santa Lucia beats Spethman there and then lifts it over the glass and out of play. And the NCAA level, that is not a penalty. Professional hockey, that would have been a delay of game penalty. So if you're watching this wondering, where's the arm? Why isn't the arm up? That's why. 15-17 remaining here in the first period. No score. Big thank you as we wrap up the semester break here, the entire AU Game Day crew, for being here for quite a bit over the holiday break. 4 basketball contests, 2 men's and 2 women's, including a women's basketball game right now as we speak. And then a busy weekend continuing here. Women's hockey earlier today, men's hockey yesterday, women's hockey tomorrow, and of course this one here. St. Norbert with it. In the corner, a centering feed there from Lindstrom, taken away by Aurora, and they'll advance out to center ice. Tyler Pang Flips this one in on Entz, who will glove it the side of the goal, and he'll let everyone go off and get a change. 14:48 remaining. I think the best way I can describe the St. Norbert jerseys, by the way, is 1990s, 2000s era Pittsburgh Penguins, only in green, black, and gold. I think that's a fair assessment. Right down to the diagonal lettering. Clay Keeley, his shot never made its way through traffic, comes back out. Here's a shot and a big one from Matt Weber, but Entz goes up, gloves it next to his mask, and holds on for the whistle. We'll try it again here. Spartan third line out right now. Brockman, Weber, and Code with top defensive pairing in Keeley and Condata. St. Norbert will get a change here. They have Snar and Aird, second defensive pairing out there. They'll send out the third line of Stromp, Spethman, and Baker. 50-50 draw here, but St. Norbert will end up with possession. And now try to clear the zone here, but not quite. Condata will glove it, but it does come free to the neutral zone, and Spethman now 2-on-1, shot, kick, save. That time by Thornton. Rebound went out into the slot. No one was home. And on the second attempt here, Clay Keeley will skate it through center and out of danger. His dump-in attempt was tipped. Snar goes back and gets it. Finds Mark, who will come down the right wing for St. Norbert, but it's 2-on-4 here. Puck comes free at the hash marks for Schmidling. He'll pass it to the near point. Black didn't catch that clean. Now his shot redirects high over the goal, and it comes out to Schmidling, who plays it deep. That's Kufis behind the goal, skates through some contact into the corner. Gives to Schmidling, who does a loop out to the point now for Black, who walks the line, throws this in on Thornton. He didn't find it cleanly, but the rebound got kicked into the corner. Now McChesney behind the goal for Schmidling as the top line out for St. Norbert. Schmidling here to Strand, and as he touches up here, a whistle is called here. Not going to be a penalty. I don't know what it would have been. We had a whistle or two like this yesterday where wasn't any apparent signal for why the whistle had blown, at least not up here. Did not appear to be offside. Either way, St. Norbert will have it here after winning the face-off just outside their attacking zones. Tied up in the corners, the Green Knights advance it yet again. Still been outshot 8-4 to this point, but getting a little more zone time. This one gets into the skates of Schubert. He did well to keep Yannick from taking that from him and making it a breakaway. Now Schubert takes it in behind the goal himself. He's rubbed out by Santa Lucia. They were both on the ice there for a moment as it comes free to Derek Buds. He'll drop it off into the corner as he's smashed there by Frazier. Pang and Santa Lucia behind their own goal line trying to find some space to break it out, and then that pass missed everyone and comes to the stick of Dykes. It's tipped here to the near side for Stocco, and the only goal yesterday for St. Norbert. Cross-ice feed found Hotman, it was blocked. Then a pass back to the point ends up going all the way down the ice. Entz will stop that up. Under 12.5 left in the first period, no score here at Fox Valley Ice Arena. St. Norbert trying to break out of their own end, got away from Dykes, but he was able to poke it free to the neutral zone, and now it will go down into the corner in the Aurora end. Schwab's pass looking for Smith was tipped, skated onto by Stromp for the Green Knights, and a battle on the half wall ensues. Ackle comes away with it, gives it to Riddle down the left wing. He'll chip it past Dykes and go after it in the corner. He loops back around to the hash marks, lost it there. Good stick from Black, and the Green Knights go the other way. 4-on-3 here as Baker has it on the right wing. His shot, I believe, went off the shoulder of Thornton and out of play, and so Thornton continues to be very tough right now. Stopped all 5 shots he's faced to this point, and now 70 for the series so far. 11:48 to play in the first period. Aurora will win this face-off. And a little bit of a struggle to this point, but St. Norbert able to gain possession after Aurora failed to clear. They will do it this time. Jacob Brockman regrouping here at his own line, and he'll skate through center. Tried to flip it over Michael Black, but he gloved it down, and the Green Knights will just dump and chase here as Spethman goes after it near corner. Comes free to Code. He'll feed it in the middle of the ice for Condotta. He'll skate it through center. Cross ice pass to Brockman here. He's taken out of the play, but Code follows and ties it up in the corner. 1-on-3 here. Aurora willing to concede that one, and St. Norbert, after retrieving the puck, will skate it to center, chip it off the wall and all the way down, but they were well away from center ice, and so this will go the length of the ice for an icing. And that will stop the St. Norbert change. And Aurora will bring out its fourth line here. 10:58 left in the first period. I think if you're Colby Thornton, you're pleased with having a relatively low event first period. St. Norbert's going to ice the puck again. And maybe if you have some tired legs, that's not the end of the world. You get a few extra seconds to get a little bit of energy back while they return the puck back up ice. Now a line change here. Looks like Jason Blumenberg, Spartans head coach, electing to get his second line out here. Ackle, Riddle, and Procopio, the sophomore from Grosse Pointe Shores, Michigan, centering the line. One cleanly by St. Norbert. A clearing attempt off the stanchion, centered to Riddle on the back door, but wasn't able to find that one past Entz. Green Knights try again to clear their own end. It's tied up again at the hash marks. 2 versus 3 here. Aurora will start a change as Smith comes off. Ackle ends up being taken down. The officials calling to move it. And finally, they'll just blow it dead. And I would say that's a good result for St. Norbert as they try to get a change here after a couple of successive icings. Face-off coming to the left of Entz. Named to the NCHA All-Freshman team and the USCHO All-Rookie team during the 2019-2020 season. He posted a .930 save percentage and a .189 goals against average. Didn't go quite as well last season, but has certainly bounced back and has been very good. Second best in the NCHA in goals against average, the top 10 in save percentage. Whistle here. Face-off coming to the left of Thornton. The first period so far has not had a lot of rhythm to it. There have been a lot of whistles. No penalties, just a number of stoppages for this or that. Bud's in for the face-off on his strong side here up against McChesney. Top line versus top line. Kufis, we've seen a little bit of line juggling here for St. Norbert from head coach Tim Coughlin. Spartans look to clear it to center, and they do, and the Green Knights will try to go the other way. It looks like Stocko and Kufis now playing with Chesney as Hopman moves up to the top line, or with Schmidling and Frazier more accurately. Bud's here through center ice on the right wing. Pressed to the glass in the corner, and the puck comes out to the neutral zone where McChesney skates onto it. Drops it off at the blue line for Kufis. Shot blocked by Pang. Looked like he took that off the foot. Perhaps a bit hobbled will skate off here. Aurora the stretch past the Keys. As onside as Yannick follows it into the corner. Keys looking to play it to the point for Keeley. He's able to kick at it for a moment. Arm comes up, delayed penalty. I think Keeley's going off for holding here. Frazier with the extra attacker now on, fires a shot wide of the goal, and Buds will touch it up. St. Norbert will go on the power play for the first time in this contest. You know, and I thought it was going to be Keeley, but it looks like it's going to be Buds. I got him for a hooking. I thought that Keeley may have been guilty of a hold on Ben Schmidling down at the St. Norbert blue line, but that was Buds elsewhere, and he goes to the penalty box for the third time in this series. Green Knights came into the series at 29% on the power play, a top 10 mark in the country. 0 for 5 yesterday against the Spartans, so they'll look for better results here. Aurora will chip it free here on the first sequence, and Dayton Dykes will skate it behind his own goal line. Schubert is out, so is Hotman. Looks like Lindstrom and Baker are the power play unit here for St. Norbert. Dykes here for Lindstrom. Circling in the left circle to Dykes on the left point. Schubert to Dykes again up top. He finds Lindstrom at the left circle. Ripped a pass across the seam, but Gio Procopio sticked that down and will clear it. Aurora gets a change, so does St. Norbert. Like Dykes still the quarterback here of the power play as Frazier, Schmidling, McChesney come on. Stocco on there as well. Here's a shot from Schmidling, kicked aside by Thornton. Loose puck comes to Matt Weber, and he'll sweep it down ice. 8 to play. First period, 51 seconds left on the hooking penalty to Buds. Down the ice for Schmidling. Cross seam pass, that's Frazier, his shot, tipped in front, went wide of the goal. Like Carson Riddle able to find it there, and he'll wrap it along the wall and out. And then Aurora trying to finish a change and not take it too many men, but it also had the effect of forcing St. Norbert to wait for it. So Aurora able to clear the zone. Now Schmidling skates it back in. 23 seconds left on the man advantage. This shot from Mark was tipped into the netting. And this face-off will remain in the Aurora end with 7:26 remaining in the first. And only 19 seconds remaining on the penalty to Derek Buds. St. Norbert, after last night's loss, now 9-4-1 on the season, 6-1 in the NCHA. Aurora 7-0-2 in league play, 11-3-2 overall. Face-off goes directly in on Thornton. He'll put the trapper down on that. Shots 9-8 now in favor of Aurora. St. Norbert's had an additional shot attempt more than Aurora, 17-15 now, 2 additional shot attempts, but not anything like it was yesterday. Shot from deep, saved by Thornton off the chest. Rebound came out to the corner. St. Norbert not able to do anything with that. Now a shot from Michael Black, patted aside by Thornton. It comes out to Smith, who lost how much time was left. The penalty had expired, and he iced the puck, and it had literally just expired. Buds had stepped back onto the ice as Smith sent it the length. And this face-off will come back into the Aurora end. Under 7 minutes left in the first, no score. And Hotman in for the draw here against Buds. Or rather, my apologies, it was against Nate Keeley that time. Played off the glass, down the ice, and once again, icing called here as Aurora will need to try it again. It'll be to Thornton's right. Keeley wins this draw, will play it behind his own goal. Buds goes after it. It's to play it behind the goal, but lost his skates. Jordan Strand was right there, comes to the side of the goal for Hotman. Backhand attempt redirected wide. A delayed penalty coming up. And it appears that it's going to be a tripping. And St. Norbert's going to go back on the power play. Nate Keeley going off here for a trip. Earlier today, Aurora women's hockey defeated Northland 9-0. They'll play again tomorrow at noon. I hope you'll join us for that. Green Knights trying to cash in on the man advantage again. They're failing to do so on their first try. Aurora penalty kill came in at 82% this weekend. And of course, perfect yesterday, trying to keep it that way here. Frazier wires a shot over the goal. He kept in at the near point by Brendan Aird. His top power play unit out here for St. Norbert. Here's Schmidling, left circle shot. Pad save by Thornton. Aird to Schmidling again. Back to Aird, who powders one through traffic and in to make it 1-0. And as they did yesterday, St. Norbert strikes first. And Brendan Aird will have his third goal of the season, unless that was tipped in front. We'll wait to hear it from the officials. But the goal at 13:53 puts St. Norbert in front on the power play. It was tipped in front by McChesney, so Michael McChesney gets his 12th of the season. Team leading 12th of the season, might I add. He was third in the NCHA coming in. Aird will get the assist, the primary assist. Schmidling also awarded an assist. So McChesney from Aird and Schmidling at 13:53 makes it 1-0 St. Norbert. On their own end here, Green Knights looking to move it out, and they do. Strand through center, drops it off. Kufis the shot. Their pad save. Thornton was kicked out into the slot. Aurora looking to clear the center. Weber does. Schubert there first. He'll play it back in. Santa Lucia off a tip, gathers it, sends it down the right side for Code. He'll wire it in as Brockman is on the end of it, but it hopped his stick. And the Green Knights go the other way. Through center, down the right wing. And it looks like it's Stocko. Good centering feed here. Hotman denied by Thornton. Another delayed penalty coming up. This time it's on St. Norbert as Yannick skates his way down ice. I don't think Colby Thornton knew there was a delayed penalty. He never made a break for the bench until right as the whistle sounded. Well, that was, I believe, actually Brendan Marks skating down the right wing and centered it from behind the goal for Carter Hotman, who was right where he needed to be. But Thornton turned him aside. And then I did not see the infraction afterwards. But Hotman's going off for an elbow. I think that might be a little bit of a tough break on Carter Hotman, as the elbow came up because he was following through on a shot trying to brace himself. But Aurora will take the power play here. St. Norbert will clear it after a battle for the puck. And Keys dropped it off for Pang, but is instead kicked into the corner by St. Norbert. McChesney battling for it there, and it's finally free. Aurora 1 for 4 on the power play yesterday. They entered at 24%, third in the NCHA, and they'll look to get level here with 4.5 remaining in the first period. Minute 27 left on the penalty to Hotman. Pang up top, his shot was blocked down right into the legs of Famulak, and he'll play it down ice. But Hammond following it here, he did get a shot off. Thornton stopped it, now tries to take it in front, kicks it over here for Schmidling, whose shot was turned aside by Thornton. Keys goes after it, and he'll come through center ice. Ahead here for Buds, again for Keys. Backhand feed, wide of the goal. Procopio following it, not able to beat Dayton Dykes to the puck. He'll fire it down. And Aurora will get a change and try it again with the second power play unit. 48 seconds left on the penalty to Hotman. Weber here for Aurora. Shot sticked away by Entz. Puck hops free for Spethman. And St. Norbert able to clear it from their own end again. Santa Lucia picks up now. Skates through the blue line. Directs it in on Entz, who settles it. St. Norbert not able to clear. 24 seconds left on the penalty. Brockman on the right hash marks. Plays it off the wall to Santa Lucia at the point. And then a cross-ice pass tipped there by Baker out of the zone. Hassan Ackel had to go back for it. Riddle here on the near wall for Brockman. 6 seconds left on the penalty. Brockman tries the toe drag past Dykes, but was hip-checked off the play. Penalty expires. 3 minutes left in the first. Back to even strength. That one's off the skate of Hotman and will go all the way down for an icing. McChesney the goal right now. The only one here is St. Norbert leads at 1-0. He put 10 shots on Colby Thornton yesterday and couldn't find one through. Liam Frazier poured on 10 shots as well. And in the first period yesterday, St. Norbert had a 23-8 shots advantage. Not near as lopsided here so far, 16-11. Aurora able to hold this one in at the line. Condata shot tipped as it tried to find its way through traffic. It went wide. Now Bud's here on the near wall, battling with it. Condata, rather Keeley keeps it in at the line. His shot Couldn't find his stick on the way through, and it's hauled in by Entz for a whistle, and now St. Norbert will get that change. 1-0 Green Knights, 2:41 left. Period number 1 here at Fox Valley Ice Arena. Weber in for the draw. Struggled in the faceoff circle yesterday, going just 5 of 14. He'll face McChesney here. Green Knights will win that draw. And Frazier will skate it through center. Tried to play it around Kandata. Good defense by Kandata. Then Keeley fans on it, allowing Frazier to take possession back behind the net. Black through traffic. That's wide. It bounces right out into the blue paint and was swept forward, and Thornton somehow was able to find that one and gobble it up. It is directly under him, and he has to carefully get up. And this faceoff will be in the defensive end with 2:21 left. Our first period. Aurora women's basketball in action right now. Taking on Alverno. And that one is decisively going in Aurora's favor right now, as midway through the fourth quarter they lead the Inferno 85-55. Crystal Rios, 19 points, 10 for Elliot Duyu-Trek, 12 for Ellie Wolf. Spartans with possession after the faceoff, but Schwab turns it over right in front for Stromp. Slap shot wasn't able to find the top corner. Now Aurora right now looking like they're just trying to get into the locker room here. Green Knights again with possession as they have turned up the heat on Aurora since the goal. Cross center goes Spethman. Kicked free by Aurora, and Ackle will jump into the play. 2-on-1, Ackle shot, save made by Entz, read it well. A backhand feed in front was tipped away. Stromp looks to send it ahead, and he finds TJ Kufis, who skates to center. Will dump it in and go off for a change. Santa Lucia back for it for Aurora with 1:33 to play in the period. Breakout pass into the skates of Ackle. He'll play it ahead, and Jack Yonick will go after it. He's pinned to the wall by Mark, but stays with it. Along the wall it goes, tipped away into the neutral zone by Schmidling, and he'll follow it. Puts on the brakes, gives it to Dykes. His shot, save made off the heel of the glove of Thornton. St. Norbert with possession, but an errant pass goes out to the neutral zone. Dykes settles it and wires it in. Coming over on the right side is Lindstrom. He'll battle there as we're into the final minute of the first. Pang works him over on the boards. It's kicked out to Keys, who has it on the backhand as he skates behind his own net. Leaves it for Santa Lucia. The Spartans will look for an out here. He'll just play it through center and gets it back just as he went to go off. Buds chips it free. Keys fanned as it jumped his stick, and Hopman goes the other way for Baker. Pulls it into the slot. That shot is blocked by Keeley. 30 seconds remaining in the period. Buds has it for Aurora behind his own net. Lifts it off the window, but not out. Once again played deep. 18 seconds remaining in the period. Keeley's there. Was looking for Yonick, but went off the wall and all the way down, and St. Norbert will get one final face-off in their offensive zone after the icing here with 12.7 ticks remaining in the period. One 0 the advantage for the fifth-ranked Green Knights. An 18-13 shots advantage, and they've won 19 of 28 face-offs. So feeling pretty good about where they're at here, but they don't win this one. Aurora not able to clear. Quick shot from McChesney is knocked down by Thornton and covered. 7.1 seconds to play in the period. Aurora really getting hammered in the face-off circle here. (54% for the Green Knights yesterday. Significantly more lopsided here. They win another. Strand plays it out to Schubert, who winds, fires it wide, and the period comes to an end after that miss. 1-0 the score through 20 minutes. St. Norbert leading Aurora. Second period and the totals on the way here after intermission. This is Aurora University men's hockey. As they did yesterday, St. Norbert able to get one past Colby Thornton. Aurora not able to put one in the St. Norbert net. 1-0 through 20 minutes of play. Welcome back. Saturday afternoon men's hockey in the NCHA. My name is Sean Fry. Aurora outshot 20-13, so not quite as severe as they were outshot yesterday. And Colby Entz able to come up with 13 stops in the first period of action. Colby Thornton with 19 stops. Power play goal by Michael McChesney. Right now the difference at 13:53. Tipped home a point shot from Brendan Aird. Ben Schmidling also with an assist. It's McChesney's 12th of the season. Right now it is the difference. Face-offs, ugly for Aurora. They lose 10 of 30. Need to do much better in the face-off circle. Team switch ends, long change in the second period. Aurora in cream and blue, right to left. St. Norbert in green, black, and gold. They'll move left to right here. Spartans will try yet again to try to beat Colby Entz. And I think if you look at it, St. Norbert has probably been the stronger team through 3 of the 4 periods played so far. I thought Aurora, a very good second period yesterday. First period, very lucky were the Spartans to be tied up at 1. Third period looked like they were defending a lead. Be a much different flow of the game here, trailing through 20 minutes, but looking for a similar second period to the one they had yesterday, where they were able to take a 1-1 tie and turn it into a 2-goal lead. That's what they'll be looking for more of here. Puck is free in front of the penalty boxes. The arm goes up, and it looks like a roughing's going to be called here, and I think it's going to be on St. Norbert. And it's going to be on Brendan Mark, who protests. And he has a letter on his sweater, so he is able to do that, but the player rarely wins that argument. So Aurora 2 shots on their first power play. Weren't able to get one past Entz. We'll try it here. Their top unit, Yannick, Buds, Procopio, Keys, and Pang. 50-50 draw is steered into the corner. St. Norbert will get to it and clear it to center. Pang goes back for it. NCHA's leader in points among defensemen. Keys to Pang here on the near side, and he will fire it in cross ice. Dykes gets to it, tried to backhand it out, but Buds was able to get there first. Skated onto by Strand. He'll clear at the length. 30 seconds gone in the penalty to Mark. Aurora keeps the top unit on. Yannick skating through center, passes it to Procopio, and the Spartans get set up here. Tried to find Yannick cutting to the net. That was turned aside by a Green Knights defender. Bud sweeps it along the wall here for Yannick. To Pang, and now Keys, right circle. He's tried to thread it through the slot. It was tipped. Yannick gets to it, plays it behind the goal for Procopio. Bud's trying to play it through skates. St. Norbert not able to clear, kept in by Pang. Rips a pass across ice for Keys. Tried to leave it for Pang, who sweeps it into the corner. Procopio after it. Strand clears it. 41 seconds left on the penalty to Mark. Spartan's second unit comes out. Thornton will play this to Santa Lucia behind the net. Here in the opening 2 minutes of our second period of play here in Geneva. Ackle, head of steam through center, down the left wing. On the forehand, takes it behind the goal. Turns it for Riddle, who fanned on it. Spartans keep possession here. 15 seconds left on the penalty. That pass through the crease. Brockman is the intended target. He skates back to it at the point, turns it over, trying to cycle it down low. And St. Norbert will kill the penalty to Mark. And we are back to even strength as the penalty comes off the box, and Mark will head back into the play. Ackle for Blair here in front of the benches. Jams at it. Aurora will go and get a change here again. It is the long change here in the second period, so it can certainly be tricky for teams to try to finish those changes and not get caught. Here's St. Norbert ices the puck. 17-18 remaining in the second, 1-0. St. Norbert in front. No shots on that last power play for Aurora. Another face-off win for St. Norbert. This has been a pretty significant advantage in favor of the Green Knights. They are offside here, so Schubert has to settle for dumping it in. Blair goes after it. Near corner here for Aurora. Skates through some contact. Spartans not able to clear the zone here as Strand gloves it down. Jammed at the blue line, and it squeezes out to center ice. Keeley's taken down. Puck is free. Sedlacek chasing after it. Stromp trying to battle through a stick check, and it's turned over in front, and Keeley is taken down by Kufis, and Aurora will go back onto the power play. I think that time Kufis, just a matter of having the stick in the wrong place. So he goes off after Keeley goes down. And we'll see that top power play unit for Aurora come back out. Never got set up of any kind of real rhythm in that first attempt. And here St. Norbert will dump it out to center. Santa Lucia leading the second unit here for Aurora as they'll get the first crack at it here. Ackle for Riddle in front of his own net. St. Norbert being very aggressive here on their penalty kill. Brockman leaving it here. Weber skating onto it, tries to pull it behind the goal and does. Feeds Ackle at the point, up top Santa Lucia, and now Brockman winds and fires from the circle. Stopped up by Entz. Minute 27 remaining on the penalty. Aurora looking to get set up here. Cross ice feed through the slot was tipped away by Frazier. Aurora retrieves it at center ice again. Now the top unit is on. Yannick leaves it for Buds. Cross ice feed. Procopio sends it wide. Kept in near point by Keys. Through traffic. That's tipped wide. Procopio gets there. Tries to step around Black. It's tied up in the corner. Comes free behind the net. Dyke's not able to clear. Pang keeps it in. Whizzes a pass D to D for Keys, centered into the slot. Pang to Keys, right hash marks. 45 seconds left on the penalty. 1-0 Green Knights. Feed into the corner, jump the stick of Procopio. He comes back to it, battles and wins. Keys, right circle shot. Blocker save by Entz. Yannick with it. In the corner. Feeds it down to the side of the goal for Procopio, who steps behind the net. Lost an edge, though. Ends up being pinned to the wall. 20 seconds left on the penalty. Buds fishes that out. Goes to Keys, right point. He'll throw it into the corner, Procopio. No-look feed was blocked down. Another try. Buds, save made. Rebound to the side of the goal, and St. Norbert able to clear and kill the penalty. Kufis returns. Aurora gets it back into the zone one last time. Buds goes to Kandata. His centering feed was tipped behind the goal. Dykes with it in the corner. Off the window, past Kandata and out through center into the Aurora end. Pang turns and feeds Keeley. He'll chip it ahead as Aurora gets after it. And here is Rudin. For Keeley, tried to play it deep and was off the skate of Hammond. Behind the net for Schubert. He'll come out the left side and will skate it himself through center ice on the left wing. Off the wall, he follows it. Tried to sweep at it but fanned. Nate Keeley gets to it. His backhand clear, was stopped up. Back behind the goal it goes for Kandata, who's there for Aurora, reverses direction and skates out the left side. Ahead through center for Keeley on the left wing. Pulls it to the backhand and into the corner. Sweeps it along the window into the far corner for Rudin. He's smashed into the fence there by Famulak. And it comes free through the skates to Jordan Strand, who will skate it through middle of the ice. McChesney now to the right wing. Drops it off Frazier. Shot into the logo of Thornton, who finally has to make a save in this second period. 13:23 left. That's the first shot here in this second period for St. Norbert. That's how Aurora wants it. They were plenty good in that second period against St. Norbert yesterday before trying to play quite a bit of defense down the stretch, trying to play more in their attacking end this period, and so far so good. They lose the draw. Green Knights, Schmidling with it in the corner. It's taken down and the arm goes up. I believe they're going to get Weber here for boarding, and that'll put the Green Knights back on the man advantage. I'll have to take another look at that one, but I don't know that I love that call there, as I don't think there was any attempt to board the player, and I know that intent doesn't necessarily matter, but it's a situation where the player goes down and the penalty gets called. So Aurora back on the penalty kill here, but looking to attack. That's Keeley. A shot tipped wide. Now St. Norbert able to get a 4-on-2 going as Aurora had two players deep. McChesney from the slot, not able to beat Thornton up over the blocker. And they will get an offensive zone draw coming up. 12:51 remaining second period. St. Norbert scored on their second power play attempt, had 8 shots through their first couple of attempts in that opening period. They bring McChesney in for the draw here. Buds. I have to put this one in the category of 50-50 as they battle for it. Finally comes free to Frazier. And now aired. D to Frazier, right side, steps into the circle. Cross ice pass. Didn't find anyone, so St. Norbert gets reset. Schmidling in the circle shoots. Blocked down by Clay Keeley. Still there in the corner for Schmidling. For Stocco, and now Frazier up top. Cross ice here, aired. Frazier gets it back, steps in, wires that shot wide, and it goes off the dasher and the length of the ice. Aurora will need to be quick with this change here. They'll be able to get the forwards exchanged. Through center comes Kufis, as St. Norbert does not change the power play unit in full just yet. Frazier remains on the ice. Now he goes off. Centering feed for Hotman. He fanned on it, and Aurora will gather the loose puck and clear at the length. 36 seconds left on the penalty to Weber. 11:45 left in the second. 1-0 St. Norbert. On the right wing comes Mark. Long touch there. Schwab tried to dump it out. Wasn't able to do so. Good keep there by Dykes, who sends it along the blue line for Kufis, who will sweep it along the wall. But there Schwab tries again. Couldn't evade Dykes a second time. It's on the half wall. Comes to the stick of Nate Keeley. That one sent the length, and that will do it for the penalty to Weber, who steps back on here. Not a bad power play by any means for St. Norbert, but not one they were able to beat Colby Thornton, and it seems to take quite a bit to do that these days. There's a feed that went off of a stick at center ice all the way down into the trapper of the freshman. They'll let everyone get fresh legs out and settle for the defensive zone draw. But, friends, it has been ugly in the faceoff circle for the Spartans here. They have lost 67% of the faceoffs, and they lose another one here. Stromp battling on the wall here. Was rubbed out of the play, and the loose puck comes to Brockman. Gives it to Weber. Spins away for a moment from Spethman, but he stays on his hip. Played deep into the St. Norbert end. Weber tried to kick that free to the corner. Brockman there for Code. Brockman got a stick on it, but swept it into space for St. Norbert, and the Green Knights will come out on the near side. Off a stick into the seats. And this faceoff should be right at center ice. Been busy on this rink the last few days. Chicago Steel playing again tonight after being in action yesterday. Of course, the Aurora men playing before them yesterday and today. We had the AU women in action against Northland before this one. They won that one 9-0, and the AU women's basketball team defeated Alverno 93-59 in the other AU action today. Turnover in the slot, Keys to Yannick, pulls it to the backhand, puts on the brakes. Centering it here for Keys. He'll play it out to the point for Smith. Tried to steer it deep, but it was blocked down, and it comes to the stick of Famulak. He was dispossessed. Blair will follow it. Skates out the right side, drops it off for his defensive partner Smith. And he's rubbed into the wall by Hammond. Now out for Buds, and he'll look to skate the center. Right wing here for Yannick. Centering pass, Buds, who lost his skates, thought there maybe would be a call there. There was not. And St. Norbert not able to, well, they are able to clear, was just able to beat Condado. Didn't get a good jump on that, so he'll play it in as Aurora goes and gets a forward line change. Pass right through center ice that was nearly turned over, and St. Norbert, I think, will take the alternative, which is an icing here. That one just missed a Spartan right inside the blue line who would have walked into the slot. Past the halfway point of this one, 1-0 St. Norbert in front. A much more even contest than we had at this point yesterday. As I should say, at least in the shots category. At this point yesterday, Aurora was up 2-1, so we still have a one-goal lead for the visitors today. Aurora trying to find its way past Colby Entz, but not able to have that here. Maybe it's something with the name. And both goaltenders going with Colby. St. Norbert spells his with a C. Aurora's spells his with a K. And if your name is Colby in some variation, you've faced a lot of shots this weekend and have only allowed 2. Face-off win for Aurora. Condada tried to thread that through traffic, had it blocked. And now St. Norbert able to play it out to center, and it's a 2-on-1. Frazier into the slot. Schmidling sent it wide. Then Riddle tried to play that one on a touch, but it jumped his stick and then ends up over the glass and out of play. What would be the totals here for Colby's today? Well, Colby Thornton at this point has made 88 saves this weekend, and Colby Entz has added 17. Stretch pass here for Buds. Picks it up on a jump, tries to take it to the post, but was taken out of the play by Mark. Nice play by the veteran defenseman. Aurora keeps possession, though. Smith with it, and he had his stick lifted by Spethman. The other way comes Kufis, who stops up on the left wing. Cross-ice feed to the point for Strand. D-to-D. Schubert shot. Didn't get all of that one, and it didn't make its way through. Spethman now with it, rather Kufis, apologies. From up top, saw that one steered wide. Green Knights still with possession. Kufis again, his shot blocked down by Schwab, and he will flip it through center. Sedlacek will nullify the icing as he was out of a cannon down the right side and goes after it in the corner, but wasn't able to get it clean. It's kept in at the point momentarily by Weber, but it goes to the stick of Spethman again. He flipped a pass for Hammond, who couldn't get onto the end of it, and back out to center it goes. Green Knights trying to finish a change here, and they will as they play it in. Thornton sweeps it along the wall in the backhand for Code, but he centers it through the slot to Hammond, who throws one quickly on Thornton. He'll hang on to it there. Still 1-0, 7:26 left in our second period. Green Knights have outshot Aurora for the period now, 6-4. In general, it's been relatively low event hockey here in this second frame. Bud's in for the draw against Hotman. 50-50 draw will go to the Spartans, who are going to need to see a significant improvement the rest of the way in that end of things. Backhand centering feed never made it through. Second attempt did get through, but all the way to the point. Aired for Snar, shot through traffic, blocked down. Played the space for Yannick, and he'll feed it for Santa Lucia, joining the rush. Drops it off to Keys. Will just play it into the corner. Buds chases after it there. Pang pinches, wasn't able to get to the puck. It's free in front of the Spartan bench. Keys kicking at it into the offensive zone. Yeah, I don't know that I've seen face-off numbers quite like this before. St. Norbert has won 34 of 40, or 32 of 44 face-offs. Spartans get one here, though, and immediately play it in. Riddle will find it. The hash marks. Puck kicks free into the slot, and then is played out to center by the Green Knights. Blair turns and fires it quickly. Ackle will play it deep. Procopio goes after it. Or trying to use its speed to its advantage here. Ackle forces a turnover. Threads a pass through the slot, no one home. Smith battles for it there on the half wall and plays it deep for Ackle. Centering feed, Riddle steered it wide. Now tied up in the corner. Kicks free to Frazier. 3-on-3, come the Green Knights through center. That pass didn't get to Frazier. It does come the other way. Riddle has to pull up as Procopio was late getting out of the zone. Pang tries to play it deep. It was skated down. Pang gets it back, feeds it to center for Sedlacek, who steps around a potential hit from Dayton Dykes as it goes into the corner, and the Green Knights look to break it out. They'll settle for firing it into the Aurora bench, which I'm sure was not the intent. 5:40 left in the second of a 1-0 contest. Faceoff will come to the left of Entz. We'll see Keeley in for this draw. Aurora wins it again, and it'll be played off the wall, and it caroms in on Entz, who takes no chances. I think we're going to see that a lot here down the stretch, especially if this one continues to be a one-goal game. Face-off win for the Green Knights here. Will look to exit their own end here. Good stick by Schwab to cut off that stretch pass. Spartans trying to do something with it here through center ice. Arm is up, and there's some pushing and shoving in front of the Aurora bench. And we will have a penalty upcoming. Hooking is going to be called, and it's looking like it's going to be Adam Keys going off for Aurora. St. Norbert back to the power play for the fourth time. Trying to extend their advantage and in fact double it. Top unit skates out. Keys for hooking at 14:39. aired with it here for St. Norbert as they get set up. Aurora penalty kill. It's allowed just 1 goal on 8 tries this weekend. Sharp angle shot from Frazier. Kicked aside by Thornton. St. Norbert able to keep it in. Here's a shot. That was Stocco that time. But Thornton able to get a shoulder on that, and Aurora clears. And I'll allow the Spartans to get a change of bodies here. In the slot, shot from Schmidling was blocked down. And then turned over to Riddle, who skates through center with speed. 2-on-1, Riddle with Keeley the shot. Save made by Entz. And then the net comes off as Keeley was going to the back post and just could not get there in time. Burst of speed by the freshman from Ortonville, Michigan. And it very nearly tied this one up shorthanded. Aurora's been dangerous shorthanded. They are tied for the league lead with 3 shorthanded goals this season. We're looking for another. St. Norbert's only allowed 1. Very fortunate to have not allowed another one to tie it up. Second power play unit out for the Green Knights. Dykes at the point. Finds Hotman, who skates into the circle, shoots. Thornton makes the save and hangs on. You know, they talk about goalies having soft bodies where they can really catch the puck with the equipment, and we've seen Colby Thornton be able to do that a lot this weekend. 1:05 elapsed on the penalty to Keys here. 4:15 left in the second of a 1-0 game. St. Norbert in front looking for more. Face-off 1 to Mark at the point. Dykes has it near point. To the wall for Hotman. It'll be played into the corner where Baker will go after it. Aurora continuing the run time off the clock as it's jammed at here. It comes out to Dykes at the point. For Hotman now, who will exchange places. Leaves it to Dykes, who has it on the backhand. And he threaded a pass through the slot, but no one home. It comes to the side of the net, jamming at it. Thornton makes a save. Nate Keeley will clear it. And that will functionally do it here for the power play as Keys stands up. 10 seconds left on it. Everyone gets a change here. Cross-ice feed finds Kufis, who gains the line as the penalty expires. His shot once again goes into Thornton. And once again he catches it. That one was close, though. I don't think he caught that one between the arm and the body and held on to it. So after a weekend in which Aurora was not particularly very good on special teams against Concordia College, certainly not on the penalty kill. They have been much better, killing 8 of 9 here this weekend. That's about as much as you can ask for from any penalty killing unit. Centering feed here after the face-off win for St. Norbert. No one home there. Now Strop jamming at it, and it comes free for Keys, who leaves it for Buds. He skates into the zone. This shot was blocked by Schubert, followed up by Blair. And Buds takes a hit from Strand, and that's going to be a boarding call on the junior. As Buds goes down and is slow to get up. So at least going to be 2 minutes here for Strand, and we'll see if it's more than that. As Buds is being checked on. And it looks like Strand is being directed to the penalty box, so it appears it's going to be 2 minutes. At least for the moment, as the officials discuss, the trainer is out with Buds. And I think the case against Strand here for 5 minutes is he really came in with a lot of momentum, and I think you could almost call it charging as well if you wanted to there. I think they're signaling boarding. Buds is up and skating off without assistance. I will just wait to see how much penalty time they put up on the clock. And it is a 5-minute major. I thought I saw the official signal 5, and it's going to be a 5-minute major to Strand. But of note, it appears that they are not assessing a game misconduct. Regardless, it's 5 minutes of irrevocable power play time for Aurora. Well, they'll go to work here. Ackles' first shot off the glove of Entz. And Weber hacks at it but missed. St. Norbert not able to clear. It's kept in by Santa Lucia at the line. Ackles skates it to Riddle, left point, through traffic, and Entz did well to come out and close off the angle. So Strand 5 minutes for boarding at 17:08. Now we did see a minute of major penalty end up with some 4-on-4 time yesterday when a penalty on St. Norbert was taken in the middle of their 5-minute power play, so that is certainly possible. But with this penalty, Aurora will be able to score as many times as they can. Time doesn't go away. And they'll have it to start the third period as well with fresh ice. Ackle, cross ice feed. Brockman shoots. That was off of a stick and wide. Aird looks to clear it off the window and does. 2:08 left, second period. 1-0 St. Norbert. But as good of an opportunity as Aurora can have to change that here. Santa Lucia gains the line. He'll play it into the corner, and Procopio goes after it. Snar beats him to it. Swept along the wall, and Santa Lucia will have it there. Into the corner for Procopio. Feed for Buds, who tried to go short side. Good to see him back out there. Turned aside by Entz, and now swept into the far corner for Keys. Aurora gets set up again. Into the circle. Backhand feed was blocked. Stays with it, and then ended up sweeping it out of his attacking zone, and Santa Lucia will go back for it. A minute and a half gone in the penalty to Strand. And here's Santa Lucia for Procopio, who has the line. Puts on the brakes there and turns it over. Ben Schmidling skating onto it. Centers it here through the skates of McChesney as the 2-on-1 developed. The Green Knights for a moment with possession in the corner until it was taken away from Schmidling. And Keys comes through center as we're into the final minute of the second. Procopio playing it for Keys, who takes it into the corner. His pass, I believe, went off the side of the net. And the length of the ice nearly turned over. It is turned over by Peng. 39 seconds remaining in the period. 2:43 left on the penalty. And again, the power play will continue into the third period. Aurora really would have liked to have gotten one now. That pass was blocked down by Hammond and played out here for Ackle. One last rush here for Aurora. Kandata across the line. On the forehand into the corner. He gets upended and goes headfirst into the wall. Looks like he's okay, but another penalty's coming up. This is a boarding call, and there's going to be 5-on-3 action here. This is going to be Mark going off here, and now we wait to find out how this will be assessed. I believe this is 2 minutes this time. Oh, what an opportunity Aurora is going to have here. It is 2 for boarding on Mark. Looks like everyone is okay here. So there's 19 seconds difference between the major penalty and the minor penalty. And what a moment for the St. Norbert penalty kill coming up here. 11 seconds left here in this period to get level. Face-off never happens. One more attempt here. Buds wins it clean. Quick feed for Keys, who sends it wide. Procopio then looks to center it in front. It's flipped into traffic. bouncing around there, comes out to the point for Pang. Last shot here, blocked wide of the goal, and the period comes to an end. Aurora will come back with 1:49, potentially a 5-on-3. But through 40 minutes, Aurora trails St. Norbert 1-0. Totals coming up after the intermission. This is Aurora University men's hockey. 20 minutes left here, and Aurora with a golden opportunity here. They will start the third period on a 5-on-3 power play. That includes the remainder of the major penalty to Jordan Strand. 1-0 the St. Norbert lead. Sean Fry in for Bill Downing today. Spartans trying to get level here and take a step towards completing a sweep of the season series with the Green Knights. No scoring in that second period. Shots were 12-8 in favor of the Green Knights. Only goal, Michael McChesney on the power play in the first period. Colby Thornton, 31 saves. Colby Entz, 21. Spartans in cream and blue, left to right. St. Norbert in green, right to left here across your screen, as we get set to decide this one at Fox Valley Ice Arena. Big thank you, as always, to our entire AU Game Day crew. Our graduate assistant, Ali Texera, is leading the group today and doing an excellent job, as always. A number of others giving their time here as we conclude the semester break. Aurora, a face-off win here, and they take it right on in on the power play. Big opportunity here. Procopio couldn't get it past the toe of Entz. Aurora maintains possession in the zone. Minute 30 left on the 5-on-3. Keys in the corner for Yannick. Back to him near side. He threads it through traffic to Yannick, who fanned from a tight angle. And that was enough for Entz to get over and make the stop. Here in the opening minute of period number 3. Face off to the right of Entz. St. Norbert has won 38 of 55 face-offs tonight. Aurora wins this one. Ackle for Santa Lucia. Down for Keys at the goal line. He'll walk it out. Cross-ice feed here to Yannick on the doorstep, and he rips a pass through the crease. Hop the stick of Keys and out to center. 1 minute left on the 5-on-3, a minute 17 on the major penalty. Oh, it's now or never for the Spartans with the man advantage. Santa Lucia to Ackle, right point here. He finds Keys at the goal line. Another delayed penalty here on St. Norbert. It's touched up, and the penalty box is about to get very crowded down there for St. Norbert, as Adam Schubert goes off for a trip. So here's where things get really interesting. As the timing rules get a little tricky when there's 3 players in the box. As Aurora has to get the power play time for all of them, but St. Norbert can't play with fewer than 3. Still 42 seconds left of 5-on-3. So if I understand the timing rules correctly, the penalty to Schubert will begin once the penalty to Mark expires in 42 seconds. So again, 42 seconds of 5-on-3, a minute 1 on the major penalty. Aurora wins this face-off. And oh my goodness, what an opportunity for Aurora. Keys has it near corner for Ackle, who walks into the slot, finds Keys, mouth of the goal, walks in, tries to center it, comes back to him on the near side and hits the post. Yannick follows it at the hash marks. 20 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Ackle for Yannick, who skates onto it, to Ackle, centering feed through traffic, kicked down by Procopio. He goes to Keys near side. 8 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Keys into the slot to Procopio down low. Shot saved, kicked wide by Aurora. Still 5-on-3, 19 seconds. That one redirects in and is cleared by St. Norbert after the save by Entz. 2 minutes in to the third period. 5 more seconds left of 5-on-3. The penalty has begun on Strand. This one goes through and out to center. And now Aurora will have a 5-on-4 for the remaining minute 35 of this man advantage. Yannick gains the line, gives it to Keys. A full 2 minutes of 5-on-3, and Aurora could not cash in. This pass goes to Yannick, who looked the center from the far side. Never made it through to Buds, and St. Norbert clears. And this could very easily be a major turning point for the Green Knights if they can kill off what will amount to nearly 7 straight minutes shorthanded and not allow a goal. It's tied up in the corner. Final minute of the penalty. Condado with it. Backhand centering feed tipped away. Good stick by Schmidling as Riddle bore down on it. He'll get it here right side. Cross ice feed. Fanned on by Code. And Buds follows it. He sweeps it along the wall. Condada has it right point. Goes up top. Pang didn't keep that in. And here goes St. Norbert. 2-on-3. McChesney into the slot, gets taken down. No penalty there. Good defense by Aurora getting back, but only 25 seconds left on the penalty to Strand, or rather to Schubert, my apologies. Strand can't come out to the next whistle. He's on a major penalty. So he's still in there, but it's not counting against him. Shot here from the far side from Code. Steered aside by Entz. 8 seconds left on the penalty. Smith from traffic tipped wide. Condada comes in after it. St. Norbert kills the penalty. No goals for Aurora despite 7 minutes of power play time. And here come the Green Knights. Strand across center, plays it deep and goes off. St. Norbert gets a change. Skated onto by Rudin, who comes out the right side for Sedlacek, and he'll play it deep as Rudin goes after it. In the corner off the glass, comes to the stick of Stocco, who will flip it to center ice. Aurora gaining possession in a neutral zone. They'll dump and chase. Nate Keeley after it. Sedlacek will get there first and play it in the space on the near side. Once again back out to the neutral zone, and that one is sent into the seats. Aurora with several great opportunities, but whether it was fanning or good sticks by St. Norbert, just were not able to really get a top shelf look against Colby Entz. It's really been the story of the game. I don't think we've seen anything that would be in the category of jaw-dropping for saves today. Delayed call here. Santa Lucia is going off for a trip, and now we'll see if St. Norbert can take the momentum. It's Matt Weber going off for the trip. I thought it was Santa Lucia. Can St. Norbert seize the momentum after the long penalty kill and go up a couple here? Still 1-0, 15:05 left in the third. It's the Green Knights trying to get the series split with the Spartans. Aurora wins the faceoff. They're not able to clear. In skates in the corner, out to the point where Aird keeps it in to Frazier. Steps in. That one went off, I believe, the mask of Thornton that time. Loose to Keeley, and he will fire it down. Teams a combined 1 for 10 right now on the power play, as the penalty kills have reigned supreme largely, but the only marker today is on the man advantage. In the neutral zone here, Aird for Frazier, who walks in. Puts on the brakes at the hash marks. St. Norbert gets set up. Frazier still with it. Feeds it out to Aird, right point. Frazier again, who walks into the circle. His cross ice, feed off the stick of Schmidling, who settles it. And we'll play it back for Aird. Schmidling again, left side, goes to the side of the goal for Stocco. Back out Schmidling, he sends a shot wide. Frazier settles it. 56 seconds left on the penalty to Weber. Give and go for Frazier, right side. His cross ice feed was redirected wide to the goal. Schmidling to Aird up top, through traffic. That was redirected on Thornton, who made the save, found it through traffic and covered it up. I think if you're St. Norbert, you want that tip to be a little farther out into the slot. It was a little deeper to the goal crease. And Thornton did well to go out and find it and cover up. 41 seconds left on the penalty. Green Knights win this draw. Schubert picks it up and walks to the hash marks. For Dykes. Schubert again on the half wall. Steps into the circle and shoots. Tried to go for the short top corner. Thornton made the save, and it gets kicked into space on the near side. Now Hotman turning, shooting. Thornton makes the save again. Rebound swept to the corner. Procopio tried to take it right out in front and almost turned it over in a dangerous spot. He did turn it over. St. Norbert gets reset. Shot from outside blocked by Kandata. Keeley gets on it, rips it off the window and out to kill the remaining seconds of the penalty to Weber, who steps on. And through 7 minutes of the third period, a lot of extra man time, no goals, and St. Norbert remains up 1-0. Entz plays it out to the near side for Spethman. Turned over at the blue line to Santa Lucia. Now to Keys in the circle. Centering feed, good stick there by Kufis. And then Strand didn't really get didn't get a great touch as he went through the neutral zone. He'll have to play it deep instead, and the teams battle for it there. Gathered here by Pang. He tries to play it off the window and out. Nothing there. And then a shot from the point was tipped up into the air and ends up in the corner. Pang will try to clear it a second time and does. Loose at the half wall. Keys steps through a check. Didn't have the puck fully. Yannick gets it. Pang again looking. Finds Keys at the blue line and he'll steer it into the middle of the ice. 12 minutes left. 1-0 Green Knights. Third period of action. Turnover at the neutral zone. Yannick for Keys. And that pass is flipped for Blair, joining the play from the blue line, but he lost the battle, and Frazier comes the other way for St. Norbert. Gains the line and is pressed to the wall by Procopio. Puck skates through the slot. Centering feed, Schmidling got one up high on Thornton. He made the stop, comes free to the half wall. Keys fanned on an outlet pass. Turned over here. McChesney tried to play it to the mouth of the goal. Frazier couldn't get onto the end of that. No-look feed comes out to the slot, and Keys ices the puck. Just did not get the angle right on that one. And indeed, Keys will come back out here as St. Norbert will enjoy an offensive zone face-off. Shots even at 5 apiece. Green Knights have a significant 5-on-5 shots advantage here in this contest. And in fact, an 11-shot advantage overall. Puck into the circle. Hammond dragged it in there and sent a shot wide. Now one through traffic from the point. Redirected into the corner. Smith battling with Hammond here. Hammond wins the battle and plays it deep. That's Stocco trying to jam it in left side. Wasn't able to get it there. Still has it. Loses his skates. St. Norbert maintains possession. Aired for that time for Hammond, who got a shot on. Hammond got a big rebound, but Thornton, then another shot here, ends up off the mask of Thornton. And Karam's into the corner as they do battle there. Nearing the midpoint of the third, St. Norbert will get a change here. Aurora finally gets possession and plays it out to center ice. It'll be tied up there as the Spartans will get some fresh legs. Aird plays it deep. Santa Lucia goes after it and will look to come out the left side. Santa Lucia skating through center. He'll start the rush himself. His shot blockered into the corner by Entz. Code plays it out for Pang, who will rip it deep. And Weber goes after it, picks it up on the half wall. For Brockman, his shot blocked down by his opposite number, Aird. Played out to center ice. And now deep by St. Norbert as Pang goes after it. St. Norbert will change At least their defensive pairing here. Code trying to redirect that out. It was batted back into the corner in the Aurora end. Now Santa Lucia out to Code again. Absorbs a check as St. Norbert goes the other way. Now Weber is going to be called for a penalty here as he hit a player in open ice. It's touched up. The Green Knights will go on the power play yet again as Weber goes off for the second time today. And they'll get him for kneeing. And this will be the 6th power play for St. Norbert coming up, matching Aurora. It's the 3rd penalty Matt Weber has taken today. He's gotten unfortunately familiar with the penalty box. Aurora needing to come up with a big kill here with only 9:06 left. Aired for Frazier, right circle, shoots, save made Thornton, and the rebound kicks free. Stand corrected, Frazier has it now, here's Aired. That was Schmidling with the first shot. They'll play it behind the goal for McChesney. It goes off his stick out to Clay Keeley, but a good stick by McChesney to get it back. Then Keeley presses him to the fence. Puck comes free to Stocco. And out to the left point for Frazier. Cross ice here. Schmidling scores. Net was off, and it's waved off. And the St. Norbert fans in attendance are not terribly thrilled with that one. As we take a look here at what happened. Officials are discussing here. Well, on video, it appears that the net may have gotten a little bit of help. And then Thornton appeared at that time as the puck went over, that the net was by that point already off. So now I guess the discussion is, if the puck went in, it was waved off right away. So the question then is, if it went in right away, will they count the goal or not? Again, the call on the ice was no goal. And it looks like that's going to stand. And that sure appears to be a very fortunate break for Aurora. 8:34 remaining here with a minute 21 left on the penalty. I suspect that head coach Tim Coughlin is not going to be thrilled with that decision by the officiating crew. And I'm not sure that he should be. Well, the Green Knights will try again as it remains 1-0. Frazier here, left hash marks. It had the effect of being a timeout, so there's no second unit coming in here. Cross ice feed, Frazier fanned on that. Aurora will clear. Final minute of the penalty. Frazier skates through center. Pass for Schmidling was tipped. He'll follow it in the corner and is rubbed out there. Puck to the side of the goal. A couple of swings at it. St. Norbert comes away with it. Here's Dykes. His shot through traffic redirects wide. Schwab looks to clear, and he does. 7:40 left. 24 seconds left on the penalty to Weber. And put a pin in that disallowed goal. If Aurora is able to come back. Clearing shot, bounced across ice, and now Riddle tries to take it in. He steered it through the slot. Keeley wasn't able to get there, but the penalty is going to expire here as we speak. But as that happens, Kufis steps onto it, 2-on-1 with Hotman. Save made Thornton, and the puck steered to the corner. Well, the Aurora penalty kill gets the job done again. Try to get the top line out here as St. Norbert looks to advance, and this one comes to Buds. 3-on-1 for Aurora. Buds off the pads of Entz, and that one kicked out of trouble, and now into the neutral zone where it's skated onto by Mark. Tried to throw that through to Spethman. Good stick by Pang. Another try here into the slot for Spethman. It's taken away from him by Yannick. He'll play it ahead for Buds. He was knocked off the play by Strand, and the loose puck comes here for Stocco, who fans on his shot. Thornton sweeps that into the corner. Stocco still with it, far side, plays it out to Mark at the point. Right side, Strand steps around Procopio, drops it off for Mark, but dropped it right on out into the neutral zone. 6:10 left, 1-0. And here is Curtis Hammond, who stepped in a defensive breakdown by Aurora. He beats Thornton through the 5-hole to make it 2-0. Now, of all the ones that Colby Thornton has stopped this weekend, and he appears very much to feel like he wants that one back, but not really done any favors that time as Hammond stepped onto the puck and there just wasn't any resistance there at all. So Hammond with his second of the season. And caught a Spartan defenseman on their heels there, and there was a lot of spacing between them, so Hammond just went right on in. And at 13:57, it's Hammond from Mark and Strand. And St. Norbert now up by a couple. And it's Aurora needing to find a way to press here. Green Knights 5.5 minutes away from getting the series split after what was certainly a disheartening one last night despite a season-high 66 saves. And for Aurora, they have gotten a terrific effort today and yesterday by Colby Thornton. Yesterday it was enough. Today not looking like it's going to be, as Aurora has not had an answer yet for Colby Entz, and for that matter haven't really been able to make him work too hard at it. Here through center ice is Rudin with some speed. He'll take it to the corner, chips it back for Nate Keeley. And it hops out to the neutral zone for Pang, who has to wait for the forwards to touch up. Now ripped back in. Rudin comes in, gets a stick on it. Keeley sends this one out to the point for Smith. That one is sticked aside by Entz as Yannick comes back out. Keeley chasing after it here battling with Schubert. And now Yannick back out for Aurora. Was on it for a moment. Good job by Schmidling to play it out to center. St. Norbert can now feel free to just try to play keep away. They don't need anything more today. Blair through center ice for Aurora. Kicks it to his stick, takes it in, and steered it just wide of the goal. Keys now with it. He loses it in the corner. And it's Strand playing it forward, turning it over. Blair will play it through space, no one home. And picked up by Stromp in the neutral zone to the near side, Spethman. Blocked down. He follows it. Is cut off the play. And Aurora will retake possession. Yannick for Buds, who comes down the right side. And he's taken down. Aurora will go on the power play with 3:40 remaining. Well, and I discussed this yesterday. A similar spot, down 2, St. Norbert elected not to pull the goalie and try it 6-on-4. And as Stromp goes off, I wonder if Jason Blumenberg will make the same decision. Interference is going to be the call, and I think that the referees may have let it go, except that the interference led to Buds going down. And it looks like for the moment, Colby Thornton remains in the net, but it also appears that a timeout is going to be called here. And we'll see how they play it. So right now, Aurora with 23 points to lead the NCHA, but with 2 games in hand on pretty much everyone. Potentially looking at taking their first loss in conference play here. That was at the start of the day, of course. Marion and MSOE in action today. MSOE won that one 5-3. It was St. Mary's defeating Lawrence 8-0 earlier in non-conference play. And then Finlandia and Trine also in action today. And that's one we do not have a score on. I stand corrected. Trine leads 4-0 late in that one. So Aurora is going to stay on top of the NCHA regardless of the outcome here, but again, with a couple games in hand, I'll even up here in a few weeks. Aurora staying with the goalie in here. 3.5 minutes left as they start out on the power play. They're 0 for 6 so far in this one. Santa Lucia able to keep that one in at the line. To Riddle near side. His shot through traffic. Didn't find its way through and tossed out. And Aurora just trying to find the bouncing puck. Haven't been able to do that just yet. They regroup in their own end. 35 seconds gone in the penalty. Here is Procopio, tried to drag it through traffic, lost it, and it's dumped. Under 3 minutes left, 2-0. Thornton settles it. Played back for Ackle. The top Spartan unit trying to get on here, but right now Aurora not able to get out of their own end. Riddle for Condata, who comes on, plays it to Keys on the near side, and he will wire it in. Brockman goes after it here. Kicks it free to Condata. Sweeps it to Keys on the right side. His shot is in! Keys with the shot. I don't know if that went off of Brockman skating through or off of a St. Norbert player, but it's a power play goal. And Aurora is within a goal with 2:23 remaining. I believe it was Adam Keys that went off of Colby Entz and then off of a St. Norbert defender. That is exactly what happened. It looked like it went off of Michael Black. So it will be Adam Keys with his 7th goal and his 99th career point. Keys from Brockman and Condata at 17:37, and now 2-1 Green Knights. 2 minutes left. Here is Procopio, wires one wide. Riddle goes after it. Tried to play it deep, kept in at the point by Keeley. Procopio goes and gets it. He centers it through the crease. It was sticked down. Ackle loses it there. And Condata goes back to get it. 1:40 left. And we watch now for Thornton. And it won't be right now as the puck is iced with 95 seconds remaining. Ninth career point for Adam Keys against St. Norbert. 5 goals and 4 assists. He has enjoyed quite a bit of success against St. Norbert for his career. Face-off one here for Riddle, and he'll break out through center. We'll send it in. Ackle chases. Aurora gets a change. We look for Colby Thornton, who stays in his net for now. Chipped out through center for Pang. Cross ice to Keys, who's back on. And he tried to stick handle through McChesney, who took it away. Good stick getting back for Jack Yonick, who picks it up. He is denied by Schmidling, and now to Keys. Here comes Thornton. Keys across the blue line, dangles back into the slot. Lost it at the last minute. Back to Yonick here. It's 6-on-4. The extra attacker is out. Turned over here. Kept in by Brockman. He battles, trying to pull his way through. It's in the corner for Buds. He jams at it. Brockman picks it up there. Puck kicked free. Played out to Keys on the half wall. 42 seconds left. Santa Lucia fires. Save made by Entz, who somehow found that through traffic. 2-1, 38.5 seconds left. And Aurora trying to come up with the late equalizer. Net is empty. Buds, Keys, Yannick, Procopio, Ackle, and Santa Lucia. The 6 skaters on the ice for Aurora. St. Norbert trying to hang on. 50-50 face-off. Finally comes out free and is flipped out to center by Famulak. 29 seconds left. Ackle had to be careful not to dump that into his own net. Long pass here to Procopio. Playing it forward for Yannick, who is stood up by Strand. Buds follows. It's tied up in the corner. 12 seconds remaining. St. Norbert will love that. It comes free. Yannick centers and scores! Ackle has tied it with 5.4 seconds left. Oh my goodness! We will need overtime here in Geneva today. Ackle's 6th of the season from Yannick with the extra attacker. The first goal for Aurora this season with the extra attacker, and it is 2-2. We're going to have to see about the assists here. It will be Ackle from Yannick. And right now it will only be Ackle and Yannick. Time expires and we will play overtime. 2-2 through an hour. And bonus hockey on the way. This is Aurora University men's hockey. Overtime on the way. Hassan Ackle's extra attacker goal at 19:55 is the equalizer. And we will go to overtime here at Fox Valley Ice Arena. 2-2 through 60 minutes. Aurora saving the best for last. They score twice in the final 2:23. It was Keys on the power play at 17:37 from Brockman and Kandata, then Ackle from Yannick after a battle in the corner. Yannick was able to pick up the puck when it finally got kicked free and fed it across the top of the crease to Hassan Ackle, who made no mistake. 3-on-3 overtime. Aurora right to left in cream and blue. St. Norbert left to right in green. Buds, Yannick, and Santa Lucia start off for the Spartans. It is Schmidling, Frazier, and Mark for St. Norbert as the Green Knights gain possession first. Mark here, left side, drops it off. Tipped by Yannick, who skates onto it and wins the battle. Here comes Aurora 3-on-2. Santa Lucia will settle it down as Schmidling did well to come back and back check. And here's Aurora's first opportunity. Yannick will play it out to center. And now looks to attack, has it taken off of his stick, and Buds comes in offside. 31 seconds into overtime here. And both teams will get fresh legs out. As Aurora goes to Condata, Procopio, and Keys. Shots through regulation 45-34 in favor of St. Norbert, 2-all on the scoreboard. Condata here with it for Aurora to Keys on the near side. A point away from number 100 for his career. Takeaway by Aird, who skates down the right side. Peels off, comes down to the right side, centers it up top for McChesney. Stocco now with it. Those are the three for St. Norbert. Stocco up top being followed by Keys, and he will just walk it out to center ice. Pass here for Aird is played from him into the corner. Procopio took a check. And he'll have possession here and leaves it for Keys, but the pass was a bit soft, and it's going to lead to an opportunity. Stocco steps into the slot. Save made Thornton, but he didn't catch it clean. And now the puck is loose here and just swept through center, but Keys didn't get a good look on that. And he will simply follow it down as Dykes goes and gets it. 3:25 left in overtime. Dykes with speed through the left side. Backhander off the side of the net. Condata picks it up and plays it out to Ackel, who skates onto it. One-on-one. Ackel steps into the slot. His shot tipped off the stick of Baker, but Ackel follows it. Wheels around to the left half wall. Backhand feed. Winding and firing Riddle. And a save made by Entz, who will hang on. 33 saves for Entz tonight, 44 for Thornton, his Aurora counterpart. 3:01 left in overtime. 2-2. Aurora sends out Buds, Yannick, and Santa Lucia again against the top 3-on-3 unit for St. Norbert. Aurora wins this faceoff as well. Yannick not able to hold the line, so he'll simply take it back. And again, the teams tonight playing for an extra couple of points here. Aurora through center. Buds in the half wall. Taken off the play. Good check by Spethman. It's wrapped around the wall. Santa Lucia is there. He turns and loses possession. Frazier takes it away from him. Now Buds. The other way for Aurora. Santa Lucia at the end of a shift. Buds with Riddle right here. He will skate it out to center as we have 2 minutes remaining. Buds at the end of a shift as well. He goes off. Ackel is back on. Keeley has it for Aurora and now starts the rush. And will take it behind the goal. In the slot, drops it off, and it's a dangerous pass, but McChesney dropped his stick. He was gone, but couldn't hang on to the lumber, and oh my goodness, that could have been the game. Then he centers it for Stocco, who rips it high. Or rather for Aird, who now comes in, and Thornton makes a save and then throws a punch at the end as Aird crashed into him. And the freshman netminder took exception to the contact. I mean, Tim Coughlin would like a penalty, but I think if you call a penalty there on Thornton, you probably have to call one on Aird as well, who ended up very much in the blue paint with Thornton. I'm taking another look here at McChesney. Oh, looks like that was a moment ago, but McChesney, my friends, was absolutely gone. No penalties being called here, and I'll be honest, I'm fine with that. Some of the fans not super happy about it. Face off to the right of Thornton, won by St. Norbert. Here is Hammond stepping into the slot. He had the goal earlier and fired it wide. He'll get another try here. Big save by Thornton. Pang trying to settle it. Hammond lost his stick. He goes off as St. Norbert tries to maintain possession. Only Colby Thornton a couple of big saves in overtime to keep this one at 2 apiece. Final minute of overtime. Here's Dykes. Leaves it there for Aird. Player goes down for Aurora. That's Stocco. His save kicked aside, and now Code trying to feed Adam Keys. One-on-one. Keys to win it. No! Poke check by Entz. Here come the Green Knights the other way. 40 seconds left. Dykes takes it into the corner. Plays it deep. But Hotman wasn't able to find it. And now Keys plays it back as Aurora will try to get the final possession. It's Santa Lucia through the neutral zone on the left side. Keys goes off. Santa Lucia's pass for Yannick was tipped. He goes back and gets it. And now Buds has it. 13 seconds left. Buds in the circle, shoots and scores! Derek Buds, the overtime game winner! And the Spartans win it 3-2. They pour off the bench to celebrate in the corner as Aurora finishes off the sweep of St. Norbert 3-2 in overtime. Buds from Yannick at 4:50 of overtime gives the Spartans. What a comeback for Aurora here this Saturday. 2 goals in the final 2:23 of the third period to tie it up. And Derek Buds, with his 7th of the season, wins it for Aurora. St. Norbert finishes with 49 shots. Colby Thornton, after a school record 65 saves yesterday, makes 47 more today. Colby Entz stops 34 shots of Aurora's 37 today. And as we run through the scoring, Michael McChesney at 13:53 of the first on the power play from Brendan Aird and Ben Schmidling. The only goal through the first 40 minutes of play, Curtis Hammond made it 2-0 at 13:57 of the third from Brendan Mark and Jordan Strand. And then the furious comeback began. Adam Keys on the power play at 17:37 of the third from Jacob Brockman and Jaden Kandata. And then with the extra attacker with 5 seconds remaining, Hassan Eckel buries the feed from Jack Yannick to force overtime. And again at 4:51 officially, Derek Buds, the overtime game winner from Jack Yannick, as Aurora knocks off St. Norbert for the second time this weekend to complete the sweep and win it 3-2. A big thank you to the entire AU Game Day crew for everything to make this happen this weekend. They're not done. They'll be back here tomorrow at noon for Aurora University women's hockey against Northland. We hope you will join us for that. Again, the final, Aurora in overtime, 3-2. They defeat St. Norbert and sweep the Green Knights. My name is Sean Fry. Have a great rest of your weekend. And we'll see you next time for Aurora University men's hockey at athletics.aurora.edu.